I strongly believe that gamification is a social activity, and the best results show when your family, friends, and community have the ability to view each other's achievements and growth live. I'll be showing you today how you can expand your super package to include the important people in your life, and please feel free to follow along with your own setup. I hope you enjoy. So let's get started. Basically, you would see that there is the gamification project, which is intended to be shared between all players. You have the specific templates per player. So your first step is making a new page. Let's call it the player one, let's say, your avatar. Okay, and we want to go back. We're going to drag all these three into player one, and then you're going to click here, you're going to duplicate. And basically what this does is duplicates a new version of the core views, the be intentional, select the success plan, and also areas for a new player. So this is, let's call this player 2, and let's call it my friend. So right away you'll see that if I rename areas to put the MF in front, and if I go into my be intentional, this is actually pointing to MF instead. So these are all the areas of my friend. And if I change success plan to have also the MF notation as well, if I go into, let's say, my core views and I go into my on deck, I'll see that everything is relating to MF instead. So that's how I can double check to know if the duplication worked properly. I can also keep checking. So if I go to, let's say, my dailies and I double check the daily quests, let's say I open this up, and again I just check if it's under player 2. Perfect. So again I put MF daily quests, and if I go back I'll see that that's pointing there instead. So basically I'm just testing to make sure that everything is pointing to the right database. Same thing for finance management. If you click on it, you can just double check, it's going to player 2. Perfect. So again here I would also add MF just to be clear and safe. So what you might want to do here is basically go back to your super package. You'd go to your gamification project. Now you'd start making sure that everything's syncing properly, because of course you still see that MF has no levels, no XP earned, and no gold balance. So let's fix that. So let's go ahead and say that I want to go to my gamification tags, and let's say that I want to add those new people to MF. So MF should have 25-minute tasks, should have 5-minute tasks, etc., etc. So what needs to happen is you'll see that there's two sections here. It's related to daily quests. So let's rename this to probably MF daily quests. Just like how here we have a relation is YA daily quests, and here as well you have MF success plan. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that these two are both rolling up on this, and these two are both rolling up on this. So it's very easy. You just copy. So you just say, okay, so this is Y success plan, it's a multiplier, you want sum. So exact same thing. You want MF success plan, you want multiplier. Multiplier is here, and then you want sum. Again, you copy here, difficulty number, sum. MF, difficulty number, and then you show sum. Perfect. And then for daily quest, again, exact same thing, multiplier sum, and here is difficulty number sum. So very easy, MF daily quest, multiplier, let's find that, multiplier, sum, and here, MF daily quest, and this would be difficulty number sum. So basically, now what we want to do is we want to make sure that they relate properly. So let's open this MF success plan in a new window. Let's also open this daily quest up in this new window. And let's start with daily quest first, because I think it's quite straightforward. So if I go into all, you'll see that instead of at YA, you wanted to link up to MF. So let's delete that. Let's type in the MF, so right here. And then what you can do, one trick here is that since you already highlighted on this, you can Control C or Command C if you're on Mac. And then you can drag all the way down and then paste, and then they all change to MF. So that's how you can easily, now if you go back to gamification tags, it's all showing there, it's all calculating properly all the different statistics and all the different completions that you may have done. Now you'd want to go into your success plan and do the same thing basically. Anything that was pointing to YA, you want to point to MF instead. So the easiest way to do this, if you go to all, and since it's already sorted by goals, key results, project tasks, etc. And again, this is my demo data, so you probably wouldn't have all this stuff anyway. You probably want to clear all out. But in case you already have all this stuff and you want to just build on top of this, so what you do is you just want to make sure you've seen a property for the tags. So let's see that, tags property. Let's bring it up to the front so you can just see it easier. So you see that these are all pointing to YA, right? So again, same thing. Instead of pointing to YA, let's change it to 25-minute task MF. Again, you're selected there already, so copy, paste. Same thing here, you have big win YA, change that to big win MF. Copy, paste. Here again, this is a huge win. It's for YA. Let's now put it towards MF instead. MF. And this, make sure that YA is not included as well. Paste. So now if you go back to gamification tags, you'll see that these are all populated. Perfect. This is pointing towards the correct character. Perfect. So if we go back to gamification project, the page, you should now start seeing points. And because you had just duplicated all the different databases for YA, it'll be the exact same point values for now, but once you start diversing and doing your own things inside those two different templates, then it's up to you.